All right, so I'm about to be a little bit intentional about a green juice. I have this pineapple here. It's been sitting in the refrigerator in the basement for a few days, and it feels like I don't know. I'm gonna cut into it and see what it's doing. Um, we gonna find out if this is good or not. But I have some celery, cilantro, cucumber. Um, I have a couple golden beets. I bought them when I got the red beets because I was told to try to roast them. So I'm going to cut them up, and I may not juice them. I may actually still just roast them because I really want to try and roast it. But anyway, I'm gonna cut them while I'm cutting up the rest, and then I have a few apples. So here's the thing about juicing as a bodybuilder. So I'm not in prep right now. I think I have a few months. I am supposed to do a show. I'm not sure when. If I may have to do a show before the show. So I usually compete in November, but I may have to do a qualifying show. So I may be a few weeks out from having to actually be in prep. So right now, juicing is fine, especially with the pineapple and the apples. All the other green stuff is fine, right? I'm gonna have to work with Coach and learn from him what I can and cannot have as far as the sugar intake in my juices. So I think that the cucumbers, the cilantro, the celery, those types of things are going to be fine. But when I start adding in all those apples, pineapples, and other fruits, strawberries, and things like that, that might be a problem for my prep with the sugar intake. So we'll come back to that. But right now, I'm okay. Hopefully. And if not, he'll snatch it off of me. That's what he always says. Oh, don't worry, Big Mama, I'll snatch it off of you. So I have one of the best coaches. So I'm gonna just start chopping this up. I'm gonna start with the celery. So I have not rinsed the celery. I'm just gonna chop it and then let me just go ahead and rinse it right now. It just doesn't even make sense to do it any other way because then I'm just gonna be mad at myself. The kitchen is dirty. I just came in here and just started doing my thing, but I live in a home where my mother, I have I have two kids. They're not home right now anyway. My nephew stays here with my mom, and then there's us. So I didn't feel like cleaning the kitchen before I started, so here we are in a slightly dirty kitchen. And I know when y'all be posting, y'all be having spick and span, everything is spotless and everything is fancy, and that's just not how, my life is set up. So y'all just don't get, what y'all get. There's cereal in the back, a broomstick at the door, all that good stuff. There ain't nothing clean right now. But that's twice. All right. Ooh, that celery looks good, actually. Now, I don't know about y'all. I like celery, and I love to eat it with just like some ranch or some peanut butter or something. Juicing it, I don't know. Not the biggest fan of celery juice, but mixed with some other stuff, I can tolerate it. All right, now we've gotten this all rinsed up, so we're gonna keep those celery leaves though, for real, and juice all of that. Okay. Celery is ready to go. Let's rinse the cucumbers. These cucumbers are huge. I don't know if I'm gonna need two. I just don't know. What I'm trying to accomplish though is getting more greens in my system. Lately, I haven't had much of an appetite. I told my coach that I didn't have much of an appetite, and that fool gonna say to me, "Oh, add 5 minutes onto your cardio." I hate cardio. For the record, I hate cardio. So he wants to add 5 minutes to my barely existing cardio life as it is. So I'm at 30 minutes. I barely do it. Now he's like, do 35 minutes. And the funny thing is that once he said it, I actually did 35 minutes and then I felt hungry. Maybe he might know what he's talking about. But maybe he knows that I wasn't doing it in the first place. Yeah, he knows because he forces me to do it when I'm with him. He's like, don't you leave here without doing your cardio. And I'm like, dang. So here we are. All right, so I got 2 huge cucumbers. These cucumbers are big. All right, let me get something to throw all this in. How about this bowl? This will work. The cilantro. And then I'm gonna cut up this pineapple, and then these beets. It's only 2 beets, but I really want to try them roasted, and I think I'm just gonna do that. But I'm gonna get them cut up either way. Okay, pineapple. Girl, let's see what you hitting for. Oh yeah, you good. Oh, the problem is I think she was freezing down there. She was starting to freeze. We gonna cut this up anyway and get her juice. How about that? That's why she looked funny. I'm like, what is wrong with this pineapple? But I think that refrigerator might be a little bit too cold. Definitely. Okay. And when I'm juicing the pineapple, see that? She done got all soft right there. When I'm juicing the pineapple, I include the core because I let the juicer do its work. Also, I'm kind of lazy too. So I'll be watching these videos with y'all. Y'all be juicing and y'all cut up the apples. Y'all be coring it and all that. And I'm like, I'm throwing these apples in there. Oh, I might cut it into like 4 or 5 pieces, but for the most part, I ain't doing all of that. Okay. My bowl is full. Yes, it is. That's quite all right. Okay. All right, let's take a little piece of these. Oh yeah, I'm gonna roast this beef. That's what I'm gonna do. I made beet juice the other day. If you didn't catch that video, it's on YouTube. On the Renegade Soul page. And yeah, this looks good. Whatever good is for beets. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I haven't been the kindest to my liver in my lifetime. So maybe incorporating more beets in my diet is a great idea to try to cleanse that liver. You know, like I don't drink as much as I used to, but god dang, I'm sure I can give it a little assistance. Okay, one more beet. And I can't think about these beets without thinking about my girlfriend who say beets taste like dirt. And when I say dirt because one of my favorite movies is Men in Black. And in the third one, he's making fun of um, how Tommy Lee Jones says, you know, about his coffee. It was just ground, you know, like his coffee tastes like dirt. And he says it like that. I say, Slick, this tastes just like dirt. And that's how I'll be saying it about these beats. But hey, it is what it is. I know. I know. I live to be a little cornball, but that's okay. You learn to love me. Okay. I don't want any skin on that. And then I'm going to rinse these. beets. And this thing left, these beets left this cutting board so dirty that I gotta wash that. I didn't think that beets had a smell, but they do. Put them in a separate bowl because I'm not gonna juice those. I'm gonna roast some olive oil, salt, pepper, maybe a little bit of garlic. Okay, that. And then apples. Now I know this is a green juice, so I should be using green apples, but I don't like green apples as much. Like I prefer the Gala apples or Fiji apples. And right now I'm using what are these? Gala? Yep, I'm using Gala apples. So that's where I am with it. I'm gonna cut these into four and then rinse them. And then I'll just put this juicer together and yeah, get it all juiced up, get it on some ice. I hope it tastes good. I don't know what that cilantro is gonna taste like in the juice, but okay. Let's see. The small refrigerator that holds nothing but my meal prep in it. But because I'm not in prep, I keep all my fruits and stuff in there. Sometimes anyway. Like I keep my breakfast. I do keep some meals in there. So I won't say that there aren't meals in there because I still meal prep. I just am not as faithful. But I keep my lemons and oranges in there. And these are my oranges, right? So guess where I get these? My son works in a restaurant. And in this restaurant, they use oranges just for the peels. And then they toss the oranges. Like, they toss these. I said, boy, if you don't bring that shit home. And he does. So when I looked in that refrigerator and saw I had some oranges, I'm like, oh, see, it still got a couple peels. They didn't even peel this whole thing. And they just gonna toss it. Like, what are y'all thinking? This is so wasteful. So anyway, I'll be like, bring them here. And he does. And he juices with them as well. So that's what we do. All right, adding this to the mix. I'm gonna leave this. Am I? Nope. I'm gonna take the skin off of these lemons because I kind of want it to be a little milder. I want the citrus, but I don't want it to be overpowering, which sometimes it is. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now let's get this juicer together. Okay, so that's it for the orange juice. And I just made some orange juice first because I wanted a glass of orange juice. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? So I just wanted some orange juice. There's been this flu going around. Like I have made so much soup for my friends and family. Look at that perfect glass of orange juice. Oh, that is so delicious. It's straight oranges, right? I'm gonna get rid of this because what I'm gonna do now is juice into this Tupperware bowl because that cup don't ever be enough for all this fruit that I'm about to do. But like I was saying, I have made so much soup for friends and family who's gotten sick that and I actually just made another batch of chicken noodle soup for myself. I thought that I was coming down with something and I was fine, but I said, let me make this soup because ain't nobody to make me any soup. So I made a batch of soup and put it in the freezer, put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the freezer for when I get sick. So anyway, I wanted this glass of orange juice. It's straight oranges, y'all. I didn't add any ginger or anything to it. I just wanted straight orange juice. This is so good. And this was five oranges, fresh oranges. Like, I mean, how much vitamin C can you take in, right? So that's what that is. So now I'm going to start the rest of this process, right? I'm going to start with, I guess, what's on top. So I got pineapples and ginger on top. So I'm just going to throw all of that in. Everything down here, it's getting pretty green. That's a lot of junk. Whew, it's working. All right, so it's a very pretty green going on here. We're just about finished. All right, just a little bit of cilantro still in there, but it's coming along nicely. I wonder if I got room to drop that little bit in there. Yeah, yeah, I think that's about done. There's a little bit of cilantro in there, but we can get rid of that. Yeah. Let's see. Here we go, y'all. That was a lot of cilantro. Oh, that is delicious. Oh, I love it. Mm, I love it. I love it. I love it. So here's my green juice. It has pineapple, apple, cucumber, celery, ginger. I probably could have put more ginger in it. I don't really taste that ginger, but it's in there. Lemon, orange. Did I say cucumber and celery? I did. And the cilantro. It is delicious. That's a lot of stuff in there, though. As I get closer to prep, I need to hone down on all those ingredients, all that sweet stuff, all the pineapples, apples, and oranges will probably have to be way, way less. But this is a nice amount for all of that, right? So I'll start to pour it into glasses, and it'll probably be about four or five cups. So we'll see. And I mean, like cups like this is 16 ounce. I think my jars are 14 to 16 ounces. So, it should be about that. And then if I only drink half of that, I can really control what I'm intaking as far as sugar is concerned. So yeah, those are the things that I think about. And the way this thing, and I lost some of it too because I had to dig some of it out because it kind of got clogged. And that was the pineapple that I had to dig out. So there's some of that pineapple that's not in there, but all those apples are in there because I love apples. So happy juicing. I hope that you try something similar. What I'm realizing is that there is no real rules to the juicing. Like you can just play with it and see what you like and what you don't like. And then if you do like something, then do that often. So I got it all cleaned up. That was a mess. I mean, it was a mess. Okay. But it's all cleaned up now. So now I'm about to remember I juiced everything into this bowl. So wish me luck getting it out of here, right? All right, so I'm gonna take okay. It smells delicious. It was so good. I'm gonna get this nice and cold. This is a lot of juice, actually. This is already 3. Amen. And I got enough for a whole nother one. Let me go get one. Amen.